we do have, I've had to surround myself with people that are more result oriented, but they're a little bit more rough around the edges. And so they're, hey, get it done. We need to get this done. And so the conversations that we have with those leaders is, remember, we have to go back to the mission. So yes, while the result is part of the mission, it's also the care and it's also part of the mission. So how do we, there's a particular young lady that works for us. She is the best get her done person in the world, and she pushes hard. She pushes everybody hard, and she goes 100 miles an hour. And if you're not going 100 miles an hour, she's frustrated with you. You need to be there. And so, but she's been with me since we opened 6 years ago, and so we've watched that transition as she began to connect with the mission as well, and recognizing that her job is not only to demonstrate care from an execution standpoint, it's also demonstrating care from that connecting with that person standpoint. And so we really worked with her on, let's do this, but maybe let's ask more questions as opposed to, demanding a specific result. So while yes, this is the result as our target, maybe we said, hey, why are we struggling with getting this result? Ask the question as opposed to you need to do this and you need to do it now. Let's begin to ask more questions, because what they might tell you is that they don't necessarily know what the expectation is, or maybe they don't necessarily know what the result that we're looking for is, and maybe they don't. Maybe they feel like they're missing a key component to get there. So let's, instead of demanding a result, let's sit back and maybe do some coaching and let's ask questions. And so we've been able to see her soften to the standpoint, recognizing that the relationship is just as important as the result. Even though she's still bent, she leans towards results and she's going to push harder. She's been able to develop that side and say, you know what, it's not just about extracting value from you, it's also adding value to you. And she's begun to come along and engage with the mission in that way.